Hi, my name is David Geary, and I've been working with O'Reilly on an HTML5 2D game video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to implement a full-fledged 2D video game from scratch using the Canvas API in JavaScript. The first act covers the fundamental aspects of Canvas and animation. I'm going to show you how to draw graphics into a canvas. We'll look at drawing primitives such as rectangles and circles and lines. And we'll also see how to draw images into the canvas. And we'll see how to animate those images. We'll also see how to pause and freeze the game. And we'll see how to resume the game with a countdown so we give the user a chance to get their hands back in position before the game starts. And I'll show you how to implement sprites, which are graphical objects that you can move and manipulate in the canvas. In the second part of the course, we'll look at controlling time. We'll look at nonlinear motion for realistic effects, such as jumping, bouncing, or pulsating. And we're also going to look at a time system for the game that can control the flow of time through the game. So we can make time speed up or make time slow down, which is a very nice feature for implementing things like special effects. I'll also talk about collision detection. The game that I'm going to implement in this video uses what's known as bounding area collision detection or bounding box collision detection. I'm also going to show you how to implement special effects such as explosions and shaking the game back and forth when a user loses their life. I'm going to show you how to implement a scoreboard and instructions. We'll see how to add sound effects and music to the game. Finally, in this section of the course, I'll show you how to do social integration. We'll see how to tweet your score at the end of the game. I'm going to show you how to implement particle systems. In particular, we're going to see how to implement smoking holes in the background of our game. So we're going to have a small fire that is always flickering in a small hole in the background, and every once in a while those small holes are going to spew out smoke and fire, and I'm going to show you how to do that. We'll also look at a developer's backdoor. It's very important when you're developing a game that you have some mechanisms in the game so that you can make it more playable or make things more apparent as to how things are working. And so what we're going to do is implement a developer backdoor so that when you hit a certain secret key sequence, we're going to pop up a heads-up display that shows you how to manipulate time and how to detect collisions a little bit better than when the game is actually running at full speed. I'll also show you how to implement transitions between lives and an end-game animation. I'm also going to show you how to communicate with the server so you can send in-game metrics in real time back to the server. And I'm also going to show you how to implement high scores on the server so when the game is over you can retrieve those high scores from the server, determine if the user got the high score or not, and then react accordingly. Finally, I'm going to show you how to deploy your application. I'm going to show you how to minify and compress your JavaScript, how to gzip your files for the very smallest network footprint that you can make. We'll also look at Sprite Sheets. So when you have all the graphics for your game, you don't want to have a lot of individual graphics files that you download when the game starts, because that greatly increases the number of HTTP requests you make when the game starts, which really slows down the load sequence of your game. Instead, what you want to do is take all your images and put them in one big image, which we call a sprite sheet, download that one large image, and then draw rectangles from the sprite sheet into the canvas as the game is running. So I'm going to show you how to do all those things, and again, we're going to implement this entire game entirely from scratch, line by line throughout the course, so you can see exactly how everything works. So that's a summary of the HTML5 2D video game course. My name is David Geary, and I hope that you'll view the course, and I hope you'll get a lot out of it. Thank you very much.